Hello everybody, Caden here today with another Jurassic World Reborn mod build, and today we are doing the Baryonyx exhibit. Now, I'm going to quickly apologize right here at the beginning of the video. I really ran out of time. I have a lot of stuff I have to do today, and I just kind of ran out of time to make this video. So, yeah, the exhibit doesn't really get any more progress than when the time-lapse ends. That being said, I think the exhibit still looks really cool, but yeah, it needs a couple finishing touches, which is why, as you guys will hear me drone somewhat endlessly on about in probably the end of the video. Yeah, we'll be doing a world tour next episode, mostly just because, well, hey, I should show off everything we've built so far, and that gives me also an excuse to return to all these like swamp exhibits and finish them up and get everything done that needs to get done on them. So, you know, finish up all the terrain, finish up all the plant life, all that kind of stuff, get all the viewing stuff in, all the signs, everything. So yeah, if you're hoping that this exhibit maybe had turned out a bit better, it will. Don't worry, just give me a day or two, and hopefully that video will come up. Speaking of videos, though, this is the last content, technically. Well, I'll probably do an end of the year / new year what's coming up kind of video tomorrow, if you're watching this the day this goes up at least, which is December 30th. But yeah, as for like mainline content, this is the last of the content for 2020, which is pretty cool. Yeah. So weird. Oh man. But yeah, so tomorrow there'll hopefully be, again, if you're watching this today, it's gone up. Tomorrow there'll be a video going up that'll just be talking about what's coming up next year, what we've got in the works, and what the future of the channel should hopefully be. So yeah, hope you guys are looking forward to that. Anyway, talking about the exhibit now, the basic idea of this exhibit was kind of to make it a bit more what I had intended the original Baryonyx exhibit, which became our Biome exhibit, to be. And that is, again, an area with lots of viewing, but way more open air than the Biome was. So it doesn't really come to fruition necessarily in the right way by the end of the build. But the basic idea is, for all this, that the exhibit itself is only halfway in the main rock cluster that makes up the majority of the swamp area, but the other half, which has 2 viewing areas in it, is open air and connected to what will become, well, the rest of the park, and where it's expanding, because the way I've built this whole swamp thing has actually just cut off like half of my areas I can go, which has been kind of funny to realize. But yeah, anyway, you can see me out here expanding the rest of the exhibit. I also wanted to throw in an underwater viewing area for this one, because I'd really wanted to do that originally with the Baryonyx exhibit, and just didn't, because I built it the wrong way. So I really wanted to make sure that happened this time. So this exhibit is a bit taller than it was kind of meant to. If anything, I should have put a staircase down in this area to kind of lower the exhibit a bit. I don't know. Again, there are definitely a lot of ways this exhibit can improve, and a lot of ways I will be improving it later. Also, this is hopefully the last video I'll be making with the time lapse, especially has the lighting like this. Mostly just because I don't remember what I changed it for anymore. I think I changed it for the Troodons, that's what it was. I just kind of forgot to switch it back, but I did switch it back. I think I switched it back now, so hopefully it'll be looking a bit better. Shadows won't be quite as long in the next video, hopefully. But yeah, speaking of next videos, if you guys have any suggestions for what animals we should put in the park next, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys want to see. And yeah, what has your guys' favorite exhibit been so far? I think mine's probably, I do think mine is probably the Troodon. That was just a lot of fun to build, and that is the weirdest looking dinosaur exhibit I've ever made. So yeah, that's probably my favorite of the ones we've done. I really like that build. But I have enjoyed just a majority of the swamp builds the most, I think, because they've been the most just different than what I usually build, I guess. But yeah, anyway. You can see the exhibit, I feel like it's a lot bigger than it looks like it is. And I do think, once again, I've kind of shot myself in the foot with building a lot of these Reborn builds, because, like, I think I mentioned this last episode as well. For those of you, I know there's a couple people who have consistently told me, like, oh, you should probably build these exhibits a bit bigger, because, you know, these dinosaurs are really big. I am so used to fossils and archaeology, which has far more reasonably sized animals, so it's like, oh, yeah, you know, if you're used to that, you kind of don't really think of building exhibits for much. When you think of building a dinosaur exhibit, you don't think of building it for an animal twice its size, or twice the size you would expect. So yeah, I don't know why I'm going on that tangent. It's me commentating at the end of the year. I can go on whatever tangents I want, because why not? I did decide to do something cool, I thought, which was, so of course I need a staircase down from this second half of the bridge, or the elevated viewing area, to the main pathway. And I decided to make a bit of a boardwalk around the side of the exhibit, which might mean, in fact, that this whole swamp area ends up getting connected to a marine area, and there aren't really that many marine animals, and I'm not promising that we'll do marine animals, mostly because I think it's pretty much just a giant ammonite, the mosasaurus, and the tylosaurus. I think those are the only three. But yeah, we might do those, and they might be connected up to this, because the boardwalk would be perfect for it. I just don't know how I'd do that at this point. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, we do a boardwalk going around the exhibit to the outdoor viewing areas, because I thought that would look kind of cool, and connect it up to the tunnel that runs through the majority of the swamp area, because why not? It makes it look interesting. I do think out of all the exhibits where we've had multiple viewing areas, this and the Troodon probably have the best integrated ones, I'd say, than a lot of the other exhibits. In fact, I'd say most of our exhibits probably need more viewing than they currently have, particularly most of the main dinosaur exhibits we've done. I should really go back and redo a lot of that, but I might get to that before the World Tour video. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I think that's really all I've got to talk about for now, so I'm gonna let the rest of the time-lapse play out, and I'll catch back up with you guys in the exhibit tour. All right, everybody, here we are with the final exhibit, and it's pretty much the same as when we left off in the time-lapse. I am very strapped for time today, like I mentioned in the time-lapse itself, so yeah, I just didn't really have time to finish the exhibit up. Maybe we'll come back, well, actually, you know what, maybe we'll do a world tour video kind of thing soon, and I'll finish up not just this exhibit, but all of the terrain work over here and get all these exhibits completely finished, so that way it's all looking really nice and super good. But yeah. I guess I should show off just what we do have. So we have this new walkway up here that connects up to the old walkway that connects up to the Suchomimus exhibit. So we got a cool view from up here. You know what? I'm actually gonna switch the time up a bit. Time set, I think it's 9,000 that I usually go for. Yep, there we go. That's a much better lighting for the build. Excuse me, my voice is a little bit gone. again. But yeah. Oh, that's cool. It's actually swimming a bit. Well, not really swimming. It's more just wading. But that still looks really cool. Yeah, I actually really like that. Good job. Good job, Baryonyx. You did a good thing. You did a good thing. But yeah, we have a cool little pond here. We have, of course, the upper viewing area. We have tertiary viewing area. We have this viewing area. And of course, not to be forgotten, the underwater viewing area down here, which looks pretty cool. I should throw some coelacanths in, I think. Yeah, some coelacanths in here would probably look super duper cool. But yes, I don't know, it's a nice continuation of what we have. There's a temptation, obviously, to run around through all of this, but I probably shouldn't. Just down to the fact if I do a tour next episode, which might be tomorrow, I guess. Yeah, I want to save all that for a tour. I think that'll be cooler. But yeah, for the state this exhibit's in, it doesn't look too bad. Obviously, you guys get the rest of the idea. Rock wall coming around here and stuff. The rock walls actually aren't going to be as big as they usually have been in the past couple of videos, especially like over here and stuff where they're fully encompassing the enclosures, except for this one, I guess, because this was an open-topped one. But the idea with the theming of this one especially is that, you know, this rock wall is going to connect up to here. But, you know, once we kind of get over to this point, really, that's the end of the major rock wall system, and it just kind of fades off, and now we're going to have some more open air walking areas up here that will lead off into a couple other areas, which should hopefully be pretty cool. As you can see, I've also got a pathway getting set up to go out this direction, and we got more going out this way, and all sorts of cool stuff. Trying to think if I did that on camera last episode. I think I did. No, that was after last episode. I forgot about that. That's plans for another very, very big exhibit. But yeah, I guess just quickly, the reason so much stuff is getting put over there and maybe not, bit of lag, oof. It's probably the T-Rex is loading in, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, there just really isn't that much space to go in these other areas. Like, we've from here all the way over to there, we've kind of capped everything off. Or I guess over to there, we've capped everything off from here to there. And then this is all pretty well capped off as well. So we just kind of got a narrow pathway down here we can go. And then tons of space over there. So I'm gonna guess that's probably where we're gonna keep expanding the zoo out to. But yeah, anyway, like I said, next video will probably be a tour of what we have. So we'll spawn all the dinosaurs in, and I'll try and finish up as much of it as I can, get some benches in, get some decorations in, fill in all the foliage and whatnot, and yeah, we'll take a tour. So speaking of which, anyway, if you guys have any suggestions for what animal we should do next, what dinosaur you guys would like to see, let me know in the comments down below, and I'd be happy to add them in. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed, and until next time, guys, see ya.